Yeah, you see the ocean. All right, this is our first walk on the Fossil Cliff Beach of the summer. We're gonna see what we can find. See what the cliff has to offer this season. So here's the famous Calamites Forest, right at the bottom of the stairs. And there looks like a beautiful sigil area running up this. A young, well, not young, obviously it's 300 million years old, but it was young when it was buried. That's very cool. Great way to start the tour. And of course there's gonna be calamites all through this. See if we can find a good one. Well, there's it's over on its side. And there's one. There's a cast and a mold fossil right here. Yeah, look, there's a fossil right there, buddy. You see? There's a fossil calamites, and there's an imprint of one. Wow, some other good ones right here. Very cool. Calamites is basically like an ancient bamboo, closely related to modern day horsetail, which only gets about 2 feet high. And this stuff here got about 10 meters high. Pretty tall. And he's gone. Here we go, we're just a little bit past the Calamites Forest, which is right there. And here you're gonna see a section of exposed roots. Probably the most common fossil found here at Joggins Fossil Cliffs. Stigmaria, the roots. And if you get closer, you see a really nice one sticking out here. And each one of these little dots is where the root hairs would come out, little rootlets, and you can actually see the fossilized root hairs. Much better to see in person, so hopefully you can find them on your own. There's another one coming through right there. Just be careful when you're underneath these ledges. I'm coming! Past the root section there, we have a limestone layer, and limestone is indicative of a body of water being there. Our little beautiful waterfall from the fire department's water pond up there. So this limestone layer is filled with shells and scales and teeth and a lot of coprolites, which are poop fossils. And so the limestone layer tells us a lot. And you'll see when the tide goes out, the limestone layers continue as a reef system today. So you see the waterfall is right about there, and if you come a little bit further down, if anybody was here last season, there was 2 trees that were up here, and one of them's fallen down, as we predicted, and you'll find sections of it down here on the beach. You can see the outside bark, and a section of tree just like that is where Holonomous, known reptile species, is found.
Look at my rock building.
What? Did you build a rock building? So when you're down on the beach, what kind of stuff you're going to be looking for on the beach itself are things like this. Anywhere that has black in it is going to be some fossil with coal on it. So this is a Calamites section here that Mason found on the beach. Good job, Mason. You found a fossil in Joggins. Well, here's a beautiful tree. And this is a new one this year that's come out. You can see it coming right down.
This looks like
and the base of the tree would have been right here. You can see where the roots are coming out.
And that one looks like a cat.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. And here's a section of it down here right on the beach. Actually, that might be from the other one that came down. That's great. Nice.
And that one. Yay!
Yeah, as much fun as hunting fossils is down at the Joggins Fossil Cliffs, you have to remember to take pictures, not fossils, right? You can't take fossils home, especially if you're us. That is a jellyfish you made out of rocks.
I'm about to take a picture.
Okay. So before Joggins was famous for fossils, it was famous for coal. So you're gonna see a lot of not just coal, but evidence of the industry that was here up until about 1980. So you might find metal artifacts down here and maybe a few mine shafts exposed on the beach, but definitely do not go in them. If you look across the bay at Fun Day, you will see that stretch of land there. That's Rockport, New Brunswick. And around Rockport, New Brunswick on the other side, you would be at Hopewell. And that little island out there is Grindstone Island. And behind that, the beautiful backdrop, especially at sunset, is the Appalachian Mountain Chain. Now that used to be, around 350 million years ago, as high as Mount Everest, higher. And thanks to all of that height that was eroded on top of the layers that we see here in these cliffs, the fossils were preserved. And we have a record of about 15 million years of history, thanks to that great mountain chain. What's the first land snail called? You know. What fossil did they find of a snail here in Joggins?
Dendropupa.
That's right, Dendropupa was the first fossilized evidence of a land snail. You put in Dendropupa to bed.
See?
A little more stigmaria sticking out here in Eclipse. About this far away from the stairs. Very cool. This is new this year as well. Look at all the rust dripping out. Iron.
But new.
Yeah. Looks like they're gonna have a race.
And saying UK.
Oh. It looks like they're going to have a race.
They are having a carrot with Dendropupa's mom and dad. And two.
So a little pro tip here. We're a bit further away from the stairs now, but if you look in this direction, you'll see that the beach starts to curve around a point there. And if you were to head around that point for a little while, you're gonna see a really beautiful tree that's been exposed this season. The best I've seen yet this year. So if you're brave and you time the tides right, feel free to check that out. I'm a daddy.
I'm a daddy. I'm a daddy.
I'm a daddy.